Hi, so once you have uh, opened this software, you will see this kind of an window, and then you select the surgical guides and you want to create a new project from the CT data. So the CT data I have selected, and I select the data set which has the highest number of slices, 280 into 280 into 168. If you see other sets, 100 into 169 into 115, 370 into 168 into T1. So I select this data. Okay, and this is well aligned data, nothing's to be done in this. Okay, so this is the kind of data you have received. You want to clean this up. I'll show you how to do that, and also how to set up your screen for this. If you see at the panoramic reconstruction, you cannot see all the structures, so let's set up this. This is the axial section, and what you see is a panoramic curve here, so you need to adjust it. This is the center. You adjust the curve according to the curvature of the mandible. Okay, now it looks good. Let's see. Yeah, now you can see the whole mandible. As you can see in the VRT reconstruction, the condyles have not been exposed while the CT was done. Okay, and here you see the cross sections. In this window you see the cross section, and here you see the oblique view. Let's go this oblique view. Okay, so now I will teach you how to clean up this data. You enlarge this, and you have selected the original, the CT surface is original, and you want to remove all this clutter. Let us just increase the thresholding, and yeah, now it is a more cleaner surface, and we'll cut this extra. So just select this cut option and hold down shift key, go around this. This is how it will cut the extra data in it. Sorry, you can always go back with a Control C and select this rotation option, and then okay, now I have obtained this amount of smoothing and cleaning of the data. Now I just want only the mandible. I don't want this hyoid bone, so I go to the isolate option and click on the bone that I want. So rest of other things will be removed. There is still some cleaning that is required. So go to cut option, press down shift, and similarly places. This also, and you can clean up this as well. Okay, so what you see here, this is the a radiographic marker that was placed for positioning the implant. This is So it is pretty clean. If there are any unconnected triangles, I will still try to isolate it again. Okay, now it is okay. Now this is workable. If that is left, it's not a problem. As we have to do a osteoplasty to reduce this sharp ridge of bone and obtain a platform for inserting implants. Okay, now so I have obtained this cleaned mandible. I would like to convert it to a surface over which I will plan all my guides. And how do I do that? I just go on this panel, original, you select this as a source for your model and you create a model. Okay, now you have got a density model. You name it as a working model. And change its color. I prefer green. Okay, so this is kind of a model you have now got, and now you can plan your implants into this. Okay, there's something interesting about this option. This hint option, when you turn it on, it shows you the outline of your STL model over the DICOM image in the cross sections. Once I switch this off, see this green outline is lost. Switch it on, this is the green outline that you get. Okay, similarly you can see the data, the STL model that has been generated is a accurate replica of the DICOM data. Yeah. The next thing I want to do is I want to trace the inferior alveolar nerve canal, and I go to the nerve list, this nerve list, and click on the detect nerve option. So it tells me what I need to do. So it says click inside mental foramen. Now I need to identify the mental foramen and go to the so this is the mental foramen. Let's see. Yeah, so see how it has traced the inferior canal automatically. Now let's do the other side also. Detect nerve. Yeah, so it has automatically detected the nerve. You can verify this in the different cross sections if it is correct. Okay, it is almost at the correct position. So the other side, and on the VRT you can see, and if you want to, you can reduce the transparency. You can make this model transparent. So you can make it transparent and see how nicely the nerve has been traced. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to place implant, and I go to this option, add new implants. I want to place it in mandible, and I want to put a dentium implant. You have a list of other implants as well. I have selected dentium, and there are many types of dentium implants that are available. So I go for a superline and diameters of occlusal diameter 3.7, direct 12 mm length. Okay, So position is this, position it here just below my radiographic marker, and let's verify it in the cross section. So there is the bone is deficient on the buccal aspect. Let's position it in a better way. Yeah. So let's see, it is all around within the bone. Okay, so next thing you want to do is add an abutment. So you add an abutment to it. Select abutment. I'll take a custom abutment, 5 mm length, a diameter of 3 mm. Okay, so it will automatically add abutment to the surface. Okay, so this is an implant. I want to put another implant, so I will go and duplicate it and position it somewhere here. Okay, now need to verify the position in the cross section. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so both the implants are parallel. Let's assume that they are not. So how do you make them parallel? You click on the implant and right click and align with implant. Select the implant to which you want to align it. Okay, so it is aligned. So the dot that you see here, you can use it to angulate the abutment. Okay. Okay, so now I have placed the implants in the desired position, and I want to now make a osteoplasty guide. You can also verify it in the orthotytomogram. So this is the implants have been placed, 4 implants, and let's verify the position in all the sections. Okay, and now I want to make a osteoplasty guide. So I want to reduce okay, first a very important step is to lock these implants in their position and then go for an osteoplasty guide. And so your osteoplasty has to be at the level of the platform of these implants. Okay, so what I do, I go to the guide panel and I select add window. So you can fit in the size, 0.5 is the okay, that is good, and I will try to position it so that it is at the level of the platform of the implants. Okay, so the width is less, I will increase it in size, and depth is 5, so should be around 40. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it was okay, but the position is not correct. So I'll have to position it. I think the position is correct now. See, okay, there is slight, it has to be brought down a little. Is okay, and I want to rotate it slightly, very slightly to this way. Yeah, and I will bring it a little down, but yeah, I think good to go now, or maybe slightly little more. So now you can start designing the guides. So this is a mandible. You need to draw a curve. Select this option for drawing a curve, and you should go to a advanced guide panel. See the working model. Okay. So you draw a curve now, and my curve goes from you need to press down on the shift key. So for the time being, I want to hide the windows, and added my curve. Okay, so the draw curve option, it will show you the anchor points, and you can modify your guide. Okay, so this is you want to be away from this nerve, so always keep your guide position. Okay. In case I don't know what has happened here. I'll draw it again maybe. So this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. Then I rotate it, and this point, and then this point, and then this point. Yes. So this kind of a guide I want, but I don't want to go so low into the vestibule. Okay. But I want the guide to have enough strength and thickness so that it does not break. And similarly, you adjust on the lingual aspect also. It has to be done in a position that goes below the window that you have added, and you get a plane for doing the osteoplasty. Okay, and just few more points here. I think we are good to go now. I want to increase the dimension of this center size. I want to make it 50, and that's fine. Okay, so now I have drawn my curves. I want to now create a surgical guide. I create a surgical guide. This will take some time. It's a lot of processing. Yeah. Okay, so this is the kind of guide that you get after you have designed, and there are many different designs of guide that you can plan. There is no single rule for that. We'll just see this. I'll try to hide the transparency, try to hide the mandible, and see how does it look like from inside. So this this is the inner surface of the guide, also implants. I'll hide the implants as well. Let's see it on the cross section. I want to see the hint for this. See this, and also want to see the implant. Let's see the implant's position in respect to the guide. Okay, so the guide is almost at the level of the platform of the implant. Okay, so the guide you have designed, you would want to trim it at certain places. So you have an option, guide panel, and you want to save the surgical guide. There are many other designs that you can make for this osteoplasty guide. You can alter the dimensions of the window and obtain this kind of a guide, which you can use with your piezo-surgical unit. This slot will be of the same width as your piezo-surgical bone cutting tip is, and I am very fond of piezo-surgical tips. I usually do all the osteotomies with the piezo-surgical unit. That's it. You can alter this in many ways. You can put your name, a patient name. Thank you.